What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Wayzata, Minnesota on the shores of Lake Minnetonka, and we're getting ready to check out an absolutely exquisite new custom home. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all. Oh my goodness, get a load of this beauty. I absolutely love the exterior of this one again because you've got this beautiful stacked stone, a little bit of lap siding, just beautiful. This is 1038 Lake Street East from Black Dog Homes. And this one has been the talk of this artisan show that we are here visiting in Minnesota. Every builder I've talked to is like, have you seen this Black Dog home yet? I'm like, no, not yet, but it's on the list. So I'm excited to be here, excited to do it with you. Inside, you are gonna find 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. You've got this 3-car garage right here in the motor court. Ooh, it is windy. And then you also have this nice covered porch area with this little sitting space, which is nice. Love that. Anyway, all of this is inside of 5,402 square feet. And if you are interested in this home, it is currently listed for $4,895,000. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. So just as soon as you walk in, beautiful views. You've got the sailing club across the street, and then of course, the Minnetonka Lake, which is just absolutely amazing. And this thing it's massive. Like, I feel like it spans forever. I've been driving around it all week. But anyway, let me go ahead and get you turned around and we can check out this foyer. Nice big foyer, beautiful door and windows on either side of it. You've got this tray ceiling with the accent kind of wallpaper. It's that canvasy wallpaper, you know what I mean? And then a fun light on top of that. But nice white oak door, which kind of matches the floor and pretty much, you know, most of the wood throughout the home. So to the left, just as you enter the foyer, you do have a coat closet. And then from there, it opens up into all of your common spaces. So we're gonna go ahead and start here in the living room. Of course, beautiful floor to ceiling windows, massive fireplace. And up above us, actually, there are these exposed beams, just kind of going all the way through both the living room and the dining room. But nice big gas fireplace. Fun little built-in to the left-hand side with the accent lights. Love that. And then you've got like this little day bench. Perfect for cozying up and reading a book, you know what I mean? It's got a couple lamps on either side of it. A little bit of storage up underneath of it. And then you've got views back into both the dining room as well as the kitchen. And the kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. But we'll go ahead and start right here in the dining room. You do have some sliding doors back behind it, so you can transition out onto that back patio, which will go out there, but I think we're gonna go out past the kitchen as opposed to this one. Really nice dining room, and then you transition into the kitchen itself. So you've got this nice big island right here with some kind of cool looking gold pendant lights over the top of it. You've got the waterfall edge, another tray ceiling with like that canvasy burlap almost wallpaper up there, which looks really cool. Now, I don't know what all is happening over here. So you do have a trash can drawer. There's actually another little trash can drawer over there as well next to the sink. I saw this one earlier. I didn't know that there were going to be 2. But then you've got another waterfall edge on this side. And then along this wall, you've got your panelized dishwasher, a beautiful pendant light hanging down over this apron sink, looking out towards the water. And then along the back wall, we've got the gas range, pot filler. They took the counters back here and kind of wrapped it up into the backsplash. And then a really nice looking range hood. And then on this side, you have a freezer and a refrigerator just kind of sitting on opposing sides that lead into this hallway and the stairs going both up to the top level as well as the lower level. Little bar area, little buffet, maybe set up the coffee station, right? But you might also do that in the pantry, which we will start working our way towards in just a little bit. We're going to stick to this side of the hall and then we'll come back. We've got the pantry over here to our left-hand side. So the elevator goes all the way up and all the way down, which is nice. And then this door right here leads back into this massive mudroom. And there's like a lot of stuff happening back here. Some of it, it's just like a mudroom, craft room, like activity room. You know what I mean? It just has so many different things happening back here. So you've got like your little craft table with your wrapping paper station, a little cleaning closet, a cleaning cupboard. That's more like what it is, huh? You've got a massive coat room. And then, of course, your little lockers for your hall tree, bench going all the way down. Is this kind of textured too? Oh yeah, even this one's textured. And then of course you've got your wash basin, little island space. And this side's got room for a couple stools as well, just like on the other side. It's maybe perfect for like crafts or like homework in the afternoon. You know what I mean? And then out into the garage. So you've got 3 single stalls. Looks like attic access, or at least like storage space access, crawl space access, and then access out into the backyard. And that's about all I'm really seeing. Oh, there is a little faucet over here behind all the parade stuff. So you could put like wash basin or something back there if you wanted to. Little side door out into the side yard. And then you also have a powder room back here as well. So I did walk through helping turn on all the lights, but you know, I didn't get to take time to like enjoy some of the things. And now that I'm getting to do it, it's cool. Like this wallpaper right here, which almost has like gold leaf and then like wood shards almost, like kindling almost, you know what I mean? It looks neat. And then you also have the pantry, which is nice because it's not too far away from the garage. So you've got your little prep sink. I love these glass cases. That looks so nice. How they're lit up and everything. I think that looks super cool. And a little counter space back behind us. Some more textured wallpaper. We're in like textured wallpaper heaven in this home. It's everywhere. You've got an oven as well as a microwave. So that, what does that make? 3 ovens, I think. I think there was 2 more out there. We'll go ahead and step outside real quick. Y'all, it is so windy. Oh, this one's got that little floor lock down here. There we go. Ooh. We don't spend a lot of time out here, but a little bit of time. Hopefully I didn't lock myself out. But get a little peek of the rear elevation. It's just massive. And you got a little covered spot, not a lot, but enough to maybe put a grill or something back here if you were doing any grilling. Whew. We didn't lock ourselves out. That's nice. And then you have this sunroom, like all seasons room, all the way at the end. Kind of like a fun wicker lamp. Tons of windows. I can see just coming back here, plopping on the couch and opening one of them big thick books, you know what I mean? That's gonna take me a minute to read. All right, so from here we'll go ahead and work our way upstairs. That's where all of, or I think almost all, I think there might be a bedroom downstairs, but most of the bedrooms are all up here. Massive window array. Just a very regal feeling home. So we will go ahead and start over here on the left side of the house. Of course, you can see the double doors. This opens up into the master suite. Got like a little dormer right here. I like it. It's almost like the foyer into the bedroom itself. I think that looks pretty cool. But then the room, massive windows, beautiful views of the lake. We've got the vaulted ceiling. Obviously, you get some blinds. We've been seeing a lot of those remote blinds lately, which is nice. That's very handy, right? So you can put some of those in here. And then from there, you transition into the ensuite. So you've got double vanities, soaking tub. Ooh, that's a fun little niche. Water closet, and then into the shower. It's got this fun color tile. Love that. This is a steam shower, by the way. And interestingly enough, the bench as well as the floor are both heated. That's what I'm talking about. How uncomfortable is it when you're sitting down, you know, on a bench? I don't have one, so I don't really know. I'm just imagining, and your butt touches some cold stone, right? It's like, woo, no thanks. Oh, anyway, you got a rainfall shower head up above us. And a normal shower head. And the one shower head. Bet you never thought you'd be in a shower with me, did you? I'm kidding. Anyway, and then into the closet. Do these move? No. They just look like they do. Now, hopefully, as we've been walking through, you've been taking some mental notes that you're prepared to jot down in the comments about what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if this was to be your home. Now, this is the first of the secondary bedrooms. Sits about midway down the home. Again, another vaulted ceiling. And I think all of the bedrooms have a view. I think. There might be one that sits on the front side of the house. I think most of them, though, all sit on the back side. Into its closet. And each one of these have their own private en-suites. So no Jack and Jills, none of that stuff. No hallway bathrooms. All private. So this is the elevator up here to this level, the door to it anyway. And then into the second secondary bedroom. Yeah, this artisan show. I've been here since, this has been a short trip. I think I drove up on Tuesday. I started touring on Wednesday. Today's Thursday. And then I head to Wisconsin, I think tonight. But there has been some absolutely beautiful homes in this show. We've done some in the show, some not in the show. You know, some of the builders have other homes that aren't necessarily being showcased, but they still have them available. So they were able to let us in with those, which has been nice. But even those homes, you know, I feel like these artisan shows, they're of a different caliber, right? I feel like all the builders put like their best foot forward. That's why I like coming to these. A little different than the parades. But sometimes the parades will put some nice homes in there too. But definitely have had some gorgeous, gorgeous homes on this Minnesota trip. And then all the way at the end of the hall, this is the second floor laundry room. Ooh, now this is a fun wallpaper. Like, I just like the colors of it. It's another one of those like kind of canvasy wallpapers. Wall canvas. I like the color of the cabinets in here too. I think that looks really good. Front load washer dryer. Little folding space. And then you've got views out into kind of the motor court front yard area. All right, so from here we will work our way down to the lower level. If you love this home, maybe you don't live in and around, you know, Minnesota or the service area of Black Dog Homes, well, you can reach out to our friends over at professionalhomeplans.com. While you won't be able to get this exact plan, you can draw some inspiration from it and work with their design team to come up with your own custom dream home, or peruse the many floor plans that they have available on their site. You can tell them old Timmy Boy sent you over there, and they're going to be like, who's that? I'm just kidding. But yeah, let them know that you found them through a fancy schmancy tour that you found on YouTube, and then tell me kind of what you come up with. Shoot me an email. I'd love to hear about it. Maybe come and tour it, maybe not, up to you. But I think it'll be fun. If you want any more information on them, professionalhomeplans.com. You can find that link down in the description. This is a fun wine shrine. So you've got the door. I don't know if it is temperature controlled or not. We'll have to go in there and check it out, or if it could be added, possibly. But this is just kind of understair storage that they've turned into the wine shrine, essentially. So that's kind of fun. Ooh. I like that bottle opener. That's some heavy duty stuff right there. All right, I guess let's head over here real quick. So, elevator lower door. I like that you can use the elevator to access all the points of the house. But this is your mechanical room. So you got the furnace. Looks like water softener system. Sump pump. Water heaters. And then your electric panels. And then your water shutoffs. All nice and neat right here in one room. I love that. Not spread across the house. And then down into your golf simulator. Which I feel like this trip it's either been a golf simulator or a basketball course. Or basketball court. But it's been one of the two. That's fun. I mean, you could do anything down here, though, whether it's a movie theater room or, you know, I've yet to see a bowling alley. I've yet to see an ice rink. That would probably be a lot of maintenance, though. But maybe you could do, like, a roller skating rink as opposed to an ice rink. Almost the same thing, right? So you can still practice or play if you like playing hockey and stuff. You know what I mean? Then you've got a roller skating rink. Hardwood. You know, a little easier to maintain than a bunch of water in your basement. But you do have the raised bar on this side. It's kind of working our way around the perimeter of the basement. I'll give you a good pan of the main common spaces in just a little bit. The AV room. And then you have like your downstairs den area. That's a cool light fixture. It's a little different. But yeah, like your downstairs den area. Little movie theater spot. Kick back. Come over here, grab some drinks, pop some popcorn. I don't see there's not a microwave, but I'm sure you could add one, right? You got the mini fridge. What are these things? Oh, dishwashers. Oh, that's cool. Little prep sink. There's the microwave. Look at that, it's hidden nicely. So popcorn is still in play. Then I'll give you a good look from back in this corner so you can kind of start formulating some ideas. And then what do we have back here? So I guess all the bedrooms, I guess this could be a bedroom if you wanted it to be. Looks like it's got a closet, it's got a window for egress, but I think all of the bedrooms were upstairs. Like ooh, it's almost like what we saw in the master bedroom, right? It's got like its own little foyer, which is cool. And then into this bathroom. So standalone shower, the toilet, and the single vanity. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Plymouth, Minnesota, and we're getting ready to walk through another beautiful home from Gonyea Custom Homes. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all say hello to 16497 47th Avenue North from Gonyea Custom Homes. This is another impeccable floor plan, unlike anything we've ever toured or showcased here on the channel. So with that, strap in, buckle up. I hope you are ready for it. It is a cool floor plan though. I think you guys are really gonna like it. Inside you are gonna find 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. You do have this 4-car garage right here. Super fun layout when it comes. It does have an indoor basketball court with a viewing stand, which is pretty neat. I love that. You also have a little stacked stone right here on the front side of the house with a little board and batten, just a bunch of different, looks like some panels too. Just looks neat, right? But all of this sits inside of 6,375 square feet. And if you are interested in a home like this, well, this one is listed for $2,795,000. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. And woo, how about that for a feature as soon as you walk in the home? That is cool. I wish I could have got the flame on, but for the life of me, I can't find the remote. But anyway, still looks neat. I got the little accent lights on right there, which is cool. I love that just as soon as you walk in. Looks super neat. But let me go ahead and turn you around real quick before we get too far along in this home. This is your foyer. Nice and wide, plenty of space to put, you know, some tables and stuff, some decorations, some benches, whatever you wanted to make it nice and inviting. And it has a couple things to either side of the foyer itself. So we're gonna go ahead and start over here on the right-hand side as you walk in. You do have a pocket door, or 2 pocket doors that lead into this office space with this dark green, moody paint color. Couple windows in the corner. It is just, you can get some work done in here. Very mellow feeling. It's got some accent lights on it too. Where are those? There they are. So it looks pretty neat. I like the color. And then on the opposite side, this is where you're going to find your coat closet. And then back behind us is a powder room. So I did have to walk through this. I had to turn the lights on. So I got to scope everything out. But let me tell you, ooh, it got me excited. And I love that they kept the stack stone. They brought it inside. That looks neat. Like here in the powder room. I know it's around the fireplace too, but just kind of a cool feature. And then from there, we'll get into it. So of course, the foyer ends here, just on the other side of the great room. You have this beautiful, massive 2-sided fireplace. Huge window array. Just a super fun and unique layout, I think. I love that fire. This is only I've seen one other one like this, and I love it, but I think this one looks better, like the way that they did it. You've got the hidden staircase going up to the 2nd floor, which is neat. A little spot for the picture frame TV. Oh, I love it. Like, it just starts off with a bang, right? And then from there, you transition into your dining room. Like just, oh man, I want to point it all out before we're even there. I'm going to save it. I'll save it. I'll settle down a little bit. But nice dining room, just kind of right here with everything. This is all of your common space is just open to everything. And then you also have this uncovered patio space. So you have 2 sliding doors on either side, one on this side and one on that side. we'll access it in just a second. I want to go into that all seasons room, which we'll do once we kind of cruise through the kitchen. And by cruise, I mean take our sweet time and enjoy every ounce of it, because as you can see, it just goes and goes and goes, and it's super cool. So the island has waterfall edges. Y'all know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Rainfall edges. I wonder what that would look like, right? Instead of waterfall edges. I'm sure it could be a thing. But you have trash can drawer. I love how they just kind of wrapped the island around here to like an apron right in front of the sink. I think that looks nice. And then you have your panelized dishwasher. And then along the back wall, I want to say that it's refrigerator and freezer. I have to check now. I had one trip me up earlier, but that's what it looks like. And then you have your range with the double ovens, and then the range hood kind of matching the front side or the underside of the island. And some nice tile backsplash back here as well. So pretty simple here in the main kitchen, right? But then, give you a little sneak peek, you have this kind of buffet serving area, right? There are doorways on either side of this wall. But all of that leads back here to your butler's pantry. So you've got a prep sink, some open shelves with some accent lights, love that. You've got the built-in microwave, more storage space in here, both tops and bottoms, little mini fridge, and then as you continue to work your way down, you come to the main storage section of your pantry, which I think is super neat. Today has been a lot of firsts for the homes that we've been walking through, and this is the second one of these kind of open, and both of them have actually been from Gonyea Custom Homes. So I don't know if I already have a playlist for all the Gonyea homes, because we have come up here and toured them before. I don't know if the video actually made it up on the channel. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think last time I came up, we were having some technical issues. So that one, I know it made it up in short form content, but I don't know if I actually put it up or not, or what the reason was. But anyway, a little pocket office right here as you pass through the pantry area. And of course you do have access, again, back from the dining room to come over here as well. So handy little spot if the kids are doing some homework and stuff while you're cooking dinner in the evening, and you just want to check on them, keep an eye on them, or maybe they need your help or whatever. But then you've got this 3 seasons room, kind of screened in back porch. Beautiful ceilings, love that. But you do have another fireplace out here as well. And then you have access from there, again, out onto this uncovered back deck space. And this one's got one of those nice, flat, long football playing backyards. Like with Thanksgiving coming up, play some flag football back here. Whew. And then you do have stairs down to the patio. I believe it's a walkout basement. I didn't really look that hard while I was down there just flipping some lights on. So we'll get down there and see what all that has to offer. But one of the cool things that I loved about this home, it actually sits on this opposite side of the pantry, where you find the mudroom, which is nice. So we just walked out of the pantry. This door right here leads into the garage. We'll get there in just a second. You also have your hall tree. And it's kind of like a little drop zone area. and a coat closet. So all that is back here. But this is what I was talking about. So it's kind of like they got it set up for like a ballet room, I guess, gym room, yoga room, whatever you wanted to. But then you could also turn it into like a little viewing area that looks down into your indoor basketball court, which is super cool too, very convenient. If you're in the kitchen cooking, the adults are up here, the kids are down there playing, you could easily just walk over here, holler at them to come upstairs, you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll get down into the basketball court in just a little bit. But tons of space up here. I walked in, because I came in from the garage, and I was like, what in the world is this? Never seen anything like this before. I've seen the indoor basketball courts, but I've never seen it. Typically, they'll just have like a window, right? Where you can just look in or open up and holler at whoever's down there. But yeah, this is a little different. Anyway, into the garage. It is a heated garage. The heater is not currently on, but you know, it's like a balmy 60 degrees outside. So what do you need a heater for? Feels good. It is a little chilly in here though. But you've got electric panels. I'm just kind of perusing, seeing what all is in here. I don't really see that much. And then that's pretty much the main level. So let me know what you think so far in terms of what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange. On the opposite side of the house, you have the stairwells going both up to the second floor and down into the basement. They're just kind of hidden behind this one little partition wall. I guess not really hidden, but it's kind of hidden, right? But as you get up to the top of the stairs, we've got a little lofty space. Nice little tray ceiling. This could be like a little game room. Just a little chill spot, a little reading nook. Ooh, I bet I have no idea how you can get it up here, but if you had a piano or something like that, or some musical instruments that you knew how to play, right? That sound might carry over quite nicely over this railing. I don't know. But let's get over here. Give you a couple different views of it real quick. Nice little spot to maybe put some artwork or something right behind the top part of that fireplace. But then as we work our way down the hall, we'll come to the first of the bedrooms. It has its own private ensuite, single vanity toilet, standalone shower, fully enclosed with tile. And then on the opposite side, it has a walk-in closet. And then into the room itself. This one sits up towards the front side of the home. I got here. I was a little early. I've been kind of cruising. I toured 5 homes today. And this last one, the last 2 I had codes for. So I could pretty much just get here as soon as I finished the house number 3. And but I got here and I guess they were doing something up on the roof. So I ended up sitting out in the truck, just scrolling, you know, catching up on whatever the happenings are in the world. And just kind of sat there, talked to Jen for a little bit. Our goats are, I know this is a little side tangent, but so we've got a couple dairy goats on our farm, and we've been milking them, and that's been like our primary source of of milk. But the one, she just got pregnant. We sold another one. And then we've got a new up and coming one that she hasn't been in milk yet. So today was the first day. There's actually a cool thing that goes around Facebook, and it might be in your area, might not be in your area, but you can buy like raw milk from different farms and stuff, which is neat. So we went and picked up, and normally we do goat's milk, but Jen went and picked up some cow's milk, which is neat because it's a lot fattier, so it's got that cream and stuff in it, which you can use for a lot of things. Where goat's milk it's a little leaner. It's a little harder. You have to have like a thing called a cream separator in order to get the actual cream out of goat's milk. Whereas with cow's milk, if you just let it sit there, you know, we've all heard cream rises to the top, right? So anyway, that'll be fun. Hopefully we can get some cream from our cow's milk. But in the ensuite, I love this rounded ceiling, right? That's pretty neat. It's an interesting kind of feature. And then you've got like this grotto style shower. And I didn't even notice it, but even the enclave right here is kind of rounded out too, right here with the tub, kind of matching the ceiling. But anyway, I love this. Very, very snazzy. And then you also have the master closet. Tons of space. I swear, I'm not going to lie to you. I have enough clothes to fill up this little stall right here. And that's it. The rest of all this would be Jen's. I wouldn't need it. I might, maybe for like shoes, I would take like this little rung right here. She'd probably give me the bottom one, but you know what I mean. Just crazy. And she probably, I don't know if she does or not, honestly. I'm sure she could fill it up if she wanted to, that closet, but I don't even think she has enough. Like the amount of clothes that you would have to fill that up, it boggles my mind. I know it's possible. And I'm sure a lot of people have that amount of clothes, but I don't know. Anyway, you also have second floor laundry, which is nice, not too far away from the master bedroom. Tons of counter space. And then it kind of steps down a little bit into the bedrooms down here. So there's two bedrooms down here. This is the first of the two. This one kind of sitting out, almost like sitting out over the top of the garage, which is nice. Most of the time when you think about it, it would just be bonus space out over the garage. So I don't know if this would just like, I don't know. It's interesting. Nice fun closet though. It's got that little window right there. And it also has its own, I think every one of these rooms has its own private ensuite. And a fun little mirror. Nice deep soaking tub. I love that. And then into this bedroom, which kind of just has like this corridor. So you've got your closet. And then its shower, or I saw the shower. Its ensuite, which has a shower. It's got this standalone one. Green. Green, green, green. That's a bright green. And then into its bedroom. Got the fun transom, couple corner windows. So from here, we'll go ahead and head down into the basement and check all that stuff out. What are you thinking so far? Do you love it? If you are loving a home like this, maybe you don't live in and or around Minnesota or the service area of Gonyea Custom Homes, well, have no fear. You can reach out to our good friends over at professionalhomeplans.com, where they have tons of different floor plans for you to choose from, or you can draw on inspiration from the homes that we tour across the country. While you may not be able to get this exact floor plan, you can pick out different elements from it that you might like. Draw it up on a napkin, send it over to them, be like, hey, what about this home? And they'll be like, yeah, that looks cool. Let's sling some things together for you and just kind of help you out along your home building journey in terms of designing that perfect dream home. If you are interested in working with or checking out their floor plans, you can go over to professionalhomeplans.com. And you can find that link down in the description. So you got some understairs storage down here. Just kind of wraps around. And it just kind of opens up into a bunch of different common spaces. But before you dive into all of that, you have this bedroom. I think this is the only bedroom down here. But kind of neat because it could be like a whole apartment down here for someone if you wanted it to be. Minus like there's not an actual kitchen or anything. But whoever's down here could have like a lot of their own space. I like this darker green as opposed to that lighter green that we saw upstairs. Then you also have a fireplace down here. Not nearly as cool as the one upstairs, but got a little spot to put the TV. It's not sitting over the top of the fireplace. You do have this kind of mantle that just wraps around, right? And you got a little transom window over here. Then you've got the mechanical room. Kind of goes all different directions. So you got the furnaces. And then down this way, you got the water heater, sump pump. Looks like your water mains. And then just tons of space for you to do different things. You do have the sliding door for the walkout basement, and there's a little patio area over there as well. So you have like a hot tub or something. And then into your basketball court. Views back up into, it seems like a viewing room, right? More so than you almost need to put like it'd be cool to put like a rope ladder or something going up there, minus breaking the banister, which I could see as a possibility, but I don't know. Just things going through my head. Anyway, you do have a wet bar down here with this peninsula, tons of space for seats, and it just kind of wraps around. It's got like a cool angle to it. Got a microwave down here, kind of an olivey color cabinet, maybe like an army green color. A prep sink. And then you've got a secondary, oh, I thought it was a refrigerator, but it's like a wine fridge. And then into your golf simulator or whatever, you know what I mean? This could be a number of different things. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Prior Lake, Minnesota, and we're getting ready to check out a brand new home from a brand new builder. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all. This is an absolutely beautiful morning. The sun's not harsh at all. I love it. Looking amazing, and so is this home. This is the Serenity from Custom One Homes, a brand new builder for us. Pretty excited. Going to be getting into a couple of their homes this trip. Inside the Serenity, you are going to find 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. There's a 3-car garage around to the left-hand side of the home as we're looking at it. And all of this sits inside of 6,194 square feet. Kind of like a little craftsman. I love the awning. You've got a little shake siding, a little board and batten, a little stacked stone. What more could you ask for? A little covered porch up here as well. If you are interested in a home like this one is currently listed for $2,399,900. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. So this one's got a fun new layout. I'm pretty excited about it. Just wait and see. As soon as we walk around that corner, you're gonna be like, what? Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, this is the view that you're greeted with when you do first walk in. You got views into that living room and beautiful fireplace. I'll go ahead and turn you around real quick, let you check out the entryway. So nice, big, spacious foyer. You've got stairs going up to the 2nd level as well as down into the lower level. And I just wanted to point this out because I noticed it when I got upstairs, really. But just how thick this wall is right here. And it just kind of, the accent wall, essentially, partition wall, just kind of rises up to the 2nd floor like it just keeps going. But once you see the banister part up there, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. Anyway, other things of note in the foyer, of course, you do have this coat closet. And then up towards the front of the house is this absolutely massive office. Like so much space in here. And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So the sun's coming up. This is kind of, you're getting that warm glow on you as you're working. And the way it's oriented, you don't have to worry about, you know, any reflection off of your screens and stuff. So that's nice. And then you kind of got like I want to say like an olivey color. And then from there, at the end of the foyer, we open up into the living room, main living room. It's actually fun. You'll see in just a second when I turn you around. There's actually like 2 different living rooms down here. I want to call the other one a hearth room. And hearth room just sounds better, you know what I mean? You could probably call it a den too, if you wanted to. I like the sound of hearth room. Makes it sound a little fancier. But tons of space in here. Got a nice tray ceiling. And then you have this beautiful fireplace with the stone going all the way up to the ceiling. Nice big insert. And I like that the the hearth is raised up a little bit too. Just for like, if you're thinking future decorations, right? I think it just looks neat. And then you have space on either side of the fireplace with these windows up above it. So you can put some built-ins or something over here. Get it all decorated nice. And from here, I'll turn you around and give you that first glimpse. So you can kind of see, obviously the kitchen is right here and you have your dining room, but then beyond that, there's a bar and like a little hearth room. I just realized I didn't turn on the dining room light. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. Let's switch real quick before we dive into this beautiful kitchen. Now, I love that like all the wood throughout all of the home is nice and dark, except for here in the kitchen where it's a lot lighter, right? So you've got tray ceiling with some exposed beams, some nice big pennant lights hanging down over the top of this island. Got a whole outlet strip over here on this side. And then on the front side, it looks like there might be some storage here. Not super deep, but you know, you can put some bowls or trinkets or something up underneath of there. And then on the front side, you've got dishwasher, trash can drawer, ooh, a double compartment undermount sink, looking out into this living room. And then another strip on this side. I like that it has a bunch of outlets and it kind of blends in. I don't know. I probably want to put it like, I don't know, I guess it wouldn't make sense on like the front side, you know what I mean? But maybe on like the sink side, if you could hide it. I don't know if you could hide that one though. And that's probably why it's there. Anyway, you do have your panelized refrigerator and freezer, and then some cabinets up above that. There's a little space up above all the cabinets, so if you wanted to do some decorating, you could do that. A little coffee counter space, maybe. You might also put your coffee maker in here, this gigantic pantry. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't know what. I know Jen drinks coffee. She's one of those coffee snobs, you know what I mean? But like I just never know what to call a coffee maker, coffee machine. And then you get into the fancy stuff like cappuccino maker and what are an espresso thing? I don't know all that stuff, you know what I mean? So just a coffee maker. We got some slide outs. That's nice. Are they all the way through? Oh yeah. What do we got up top? I just have to open things up, like all of them, for the people that like to scream at me. Anyway, along the back wall, you've got the gas range. I like these kind of little sconces up above how they took this little, I guess, accent piece of the range hood and kind of wrapped it around into a shelf. I think that looks neat, and that's on either side. And then they also took the counter and kind of wrapped it up into the backsplash. So that's fancy. And then back behind us, of course, is your dining room. Mere steps from the kitchen. So beautiful light fixture hanging down over the top of the table itself. Tons of space in here, right? You could put a nice big china cabinet back behind or on this wall if you wanted to. You have these beautiful big windows looking out into the woods and pure privacy, which is nice. Love that. And then around the corner, as we start working into like the hearth room and bar area, you do have a powder room as well. I like these things. Just look neat with the chains. Let's hop over here and then we'll work our way back because we kind of move into the mud room. So, like I said, I want to call it, let's see what they call this. Oh, they are calling it a hearth room. Good, nice. So that's pretty neat. And essentially just moved the morning room, if you think about it. Of course, this is on the back side of the home where you're not really catching any sun in the morning time, so maybe not a morning room. But you've got tray ceiling, nice wood accent ceiling up there. And a fun little built-in over here with some batten strips. Like I said, just all the wood is nice and dark with the stain, with the exception of what was in the kitchen. And then you do have access out onto this, I don't think it's a real big back porch. But a spot to put the grill, you know what I mean? But I believe there's a walkout basement too. I went down there to turn on the lights, but I never pay attention to whether or not there's doors. I'm just looking for light switches. But then you also have your wet bar back here. So it definitely seems like a home that's set up for, you know, gatherings, having people over. Bar just kind of wraps all the way around. Tons of space for seating. A few pendant lights. And then back behind it, you have a couple mini fridges. Your prep sink. So that's fun. You can be the center of attention with all of your friends, just kind of leaning up against the counter and shooting the breeze. And then past that, you have the mud room. So nice big hall tree. Plenty of space to sit down. And then like a coat closet. Now, would you believe me if I told you, it doesn't look like it on the outside, but there's a basketball court, not through this door, but here in this house, which is crazy. Like you would never know it looking at it, but we'll get there. Anyway, this is your garage, 3 stalls. It is heated, which is nice. Like today, it's not so bad. It's, I left the hotel, it was like 50 degrees, which is nice in the morning, right? But that wind, ooh, it's cutting right through you. I don't really see anything else beyond like the heater. You could, there's a water spigot right there, so you could put, you know, a wash basin or something. A little pet wash station. So that's everything on the main level. We'll go ahead and work our way upstairs, check out all of the bedrooms, because if you've noticed, there were no bedrooms down here. So be thinking about, now that you've seen the main level, what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange. And let me know down in the comments. I like that stuff. Now remember when I was talking about this wall, look how wide this thing is. Massive. Like this is one of those things that the kids are definitely going to want to try and slide down. I would anyway. Or at least like, man, I'm putting monster trucks up here, Hot Wheels cars, all types of stuff. But anyway, once you get to the top of the stairs, you got a little sitting space with a tray ceiling and a nice little light fixture. And then into the rooms. So this first room right here, you've got the double doors, obviously the master bedroom. I'm only shutting one of the doors, but there are 2. And again, master bedroom looking back out into the woods, so nice and private. Just clean and big, you know what I mean? You do have this hallway right here, and it looks like the whole home is up on a smart system, which is neat. There's a couple of these little pads in different parts of the home, which is nice. So like if you forgot to set the alarm or whatever, when you're up here getting ready to go to bed, you can do that. But now we find ourselves in the master suite. So we've got this nice soaking tub, huge picture window. Then you've got the double vanities, a linen cabinet. I like these sconces right here, like with the yellow lights in them. Like when you turn off all the other lights, it's just like super, super moody. Nice big shower, double shower heads. Love that. And there's my ledge. See, I talked about it in one of the homes that we toured yesterday. It had a really nice ledge to it. And I like them better than the niches. I just feel like, you know, a niche can get overcrowded, especially when, like me and Jen, we've got two completely different shampoos and body washes and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So it gets a little crowded. Being able to spread that out a little bit is nice. But plenty of space here in the closet. You've got this nice dresser right here. And then what else do we have? Looks like there was the, yep, laundry room is across the hall. You don't have to walk real far. Little attic access space. Nice big wash basin. I just love the folding space. I don't know why, but maybe because I don't have it, right? You always want what you don't have, and I want it. But anyway, this is the first of the secondary bedrooms. And y'all wait. This one is connected to the next bedroom via Jack and Jill. And just wait until you see how much space is in this Jack and Jill bathroom. Ridiculous. That looks neat with the sun hitting the little desk right there. Nice, big walk-in closets. Tons of space in there. But anyway, check this out. So this is like, you just have tons of room. I always feel like, because they always have them separated, you know what I mean? Which is nice, right? So each person feels like they have their own private space. But at the same time, it just feels more open in here. So you've got the double vanities. Another fun little ledge. And then you have this door, which is the whole water closet. And I like it too, because with the other style of Jack and Jill bathrooms, you have like pocket doors. And I feel like you have to lock both pocket doors, you know what I mean, to make sure no one comes into the bathroom if you're using it, as opposed to just a single door. But huge linen cabinet. And then from there you enter into the secondary bedroom. So I like it just because there's so much space, and each one of them have like these little corridors that lead into it, which ultimately is probably, you know, you're not going to use that for anything, but you know, maybe you're wanting to lay down on the floor and just kind of, it's extra space you can utilize for that, right? And then you have its closet. Now this is at the end of the hallway. This is just kind of like a fun little game room, little hangout spot, little loungy area. A game room, right? Seems like a nice spot for all the kids to kind of converge and hang out. And then this one is the third secondary bedroom. All the closets have been really nice. But this one sits back towards the back of the home. Kind of over the top of that bar area downstairs. It's getting it. Super windy. And this one's nice because it has its own ensuite. So it's got the standalone shower, toilet, and the single vanity. I was just checking to see if there was like a linen cabinet or anything back behind the door. And then we've made it back to the master bedroom. So now we get to work our way downstairs. If you are interested in building your own dream home, maybe you don't live in and around Prior Lake or Custom One Homes service area, well, you can reach out to our good friends over at professionalhomeplans.com, where you can check out all of their different floor plans. You can customize them. You can even work with the design team over there to draw inspiration from some of the homes like this one that we're touring. We tour homes all across the country, so I think we're up to like 500 plus homes. So there are tons of ideas for you to draw on. Anyway, and then you can reach out to me. Let me know kind of what all you went with. I'd be happy to hear it. If you are interested in working with professionalhomeplans.com or just going to check out some of their floor plans, you can find that link down in the description. Again, professionalhomeplans.com. We have a wine shrine, which is nice. I love the brick. That looks good. So it is temperature controlled. Nice fun light fixture. And I like I'll show it to you in a little bit, that you got the glass wall on that side too, so you can kind of see it from the living room, which is neat. You do have a utility room, a mechanical room. So AV, smart home stuff, electric panel, water heater, looks like water softener, maybe water filtration, furnace, all the things. Then there is some understairs storage. And I'll give you a quick sneak peek of kind of the main area down here before we hop into this bedroom. And this is the, well, obviously this is the bathroom part, but this is the fifth bedroom. And this one looks like it's just got a step-in closet. Yeah. All right, so you got another wet bar down here, another refrigerator. And just because it's a wet bar doesn't mean it has to be for alcohol, right? There's also like a whole gym area down here, so you can have, you know, waters and Gatorades and snacks, all that fun stuff. So anyway, you can kind of see the glass right there. Looks neat. And then you also have this fun fireplace. Kind of wraps around with this super raised hearth. And then you've got a fun built-in over here as well. Nice and deep, plenty of room. But could literally just be anything down here, right? I feel like since the main level's got like that hearth room, that could probably be a fun place to kind of sit and hang out. Unless you're down here, you know, playing basketball all the time. But then if you're playing basketball, you're not watching TV because I feel like that would be kind of noisy. But you put a pool table down here, all types of stuff. That bedroom over there could be a number of things. If you didn't want to use it as a bedroom. Oh, I didn't even point this out. You probably saw it. There is a door right here that leads out onto this back patio space. So you put like a little fire pit or something back there if you wanted to. Just kind of hang out. But then you have your gym. This room is just kind of like some dry storage space. And then your basketball court. So some nice big windows. Tons of room. It's got some speakers in here too, so you can be jamming out. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Minnetrista, Minnesota, and I think I just found my dream home, like for real. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all get a load of this absolutely amazing looking home. This is 4201 Halstead Bay from Gonyea Custom Homes. We've toured several Gonyea Custom Homes in the past, and I absolutely love them. This home right here, the spire thing, it is it's so cool. Like, it's got an office down below, it's got an office up top. I love it. And then this whole home sits on like Halstead Bay, which is part of like Minnetonka Lake. Hopefully I'm pronouncing all of this correctly. But anyway, inside you're gonna find 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms. You do have this 3-car garage over here to our left. And all of this sits inside of 6,197 square feet. I am totally in love. It's not even just this spire right here, right? Wait until you see the kitchen. Wait until you see the master bedroom. It's all just, it's amazing. Like when I say I think I found my dream home, I'm not kidding. But if you're interested in this home, it is currently listed for $3,149,000. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. I didn't even mention all of the arches in this home. Another one of the reasons that I love it. Now, look at this. It's kind of a semi-open concept, but it's just got all these different sections that divide it up a little bit, which I think is pretty neat. But this is your view when you walk through the front door. I'll go ahead and turn you around real quick. That way we can get a gander at the door itself and just everything that is happening in here. Like it's almost got like a castle-y feel, right? But your front door, your foyer area, beautiful. Black door, love it. With the chevrons almost in the middle, which look neat. But then to the right-hand side, kind of an extension of your foyer, a little spot to sit down, kick the shoes off. Some nice little lanterns. Lamps, I should say. And then you have the coat closet. So just starting this one off with a bang. Now, I did walk through and turn on all the lights. That's why I'm saying, like, I've seen things. I've seen them things, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, some crazy things, some beautiful things. But we'll start over here in the office, of course. They had me with the arch and the French doors that open up into it. Nice, dark, moody room. Right? Plenty of windows. And then you have views out into the lake. The colors are popping here in the fall. Oh man, you couldn't ask for anything better. It's a beautiful day. It's warmed up. It was a little chilly this morning, but it's warmed up and it's just made everything fun, right? Every home we've toured today so far has just been an absolute banger, which that gets me excited, right? And then I get up here, and this might be one of the best ones I've toured all day. But living room. We've got the stacked stone fireplace with the built-ins on either side. Kind of a floating hearth down on the bottom, which is neat. Fire insert's not real big, but you know, it's all right. I'd like to see it a little bit bigger, maybe. But I'm not mad at it. And then you do have views into the dining room as well as that incredible kitchen, which, you know, I've never seen a kitchen like this. It's just 100% unique. But dividing the living room from the kitchen is the dining room. So you've got the tray ceiling up here. Almost looks like you could put some accent lights or something up there. And then you have access out onto the uncovered back deck. We'll get out there. We're going to go through like the Three Seasons room once we get around there. And then from there, you enter into the kitchen. I mean, just get a load of the range, right? And then back behind it, there's no backsplash per se, and you can see right into the butler's pantry, which is awesome. It's almost like a prep kitchen, and you can pass it, put it on. We'll get over there. My mind's exploding right now. We'll start with the island, which has plenty of space. Nice light fixture hanging down over the top of it. You've got trash can drawer, apron sink, looking back across the house. And then panelized dishwasher. Then along the far wall, you know, I almost have to check these now. I went through one home today and I thought it was going to be panelized freezer and dishwasher on either side. I think this one actually is. But I went to go open it because it looked a little weird. And one side ended up being the refrigerator, but the other side ended up being like this little coffee station, essentially. It was just hidden, which was cool though. But anyway, nice little buffet area. Along the back wall, of course, you've got your range with all the cool, like ovens. Ooh, they open sideways. Man, this thing's fancy. It's like a one, oh man. Is that a what is that? I have no idea. Cool, I like this ledge. That looks neat. But spice racks on either end. And then, of course, you've got more counter space as you work your way into the morning room. I do want to go around here, though, because just like the opening, right? How cool is that? Built-in microwave, and then tons of cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling. You have a door out onto the back covered deck. So like a serving room almost, but you could prep everything in here, wash up the veggies, stick it on the little ledge. You know what I mean? Sound effects. Got the little mini fridge. Like, it's just awesome. Makes me excited. And I guess we'll just go out here and then wrap back in. That makes for a nice little flow to it. All right, screened in back deck. Ooh, there goes a deer. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it's there. It was running away. Outdoor fireplace. Just the detail in this home. It's getting me all kinds of excited. I love it. Beautiful views out into the bay. Could you imagine being here? Like living in a home like this? It's mostly just the kitchen so far, but you can kind of see that far set of windows over there, right there. That's part of the master bedroom. Just epic views. Love it. Anyway, uncovered back deck space. Again, nice for summertime. Get out here and just kind of hang out. But whew, look at the colors of these trees. Just popping. Popping. Anyway, then we'll step back inside. Back into the kind of kitchen area / morning room. So this right here is probably going to be like your everyday normal sit down dinner, breakfast, you know, maybe lunch, that type of stuff. Little area. I like the built-in bench. I think that looks neat. And then your dining room will be, you know, more of like a formal dining room. And then this way you start working your way back towards kind of the garage space. You do have a nice moody powder room. And then into the mud room. So nice big hall tree. And then just kind of a spot to store all of your coats and muddy shoes and snowy wet shoes, all that stuff. And then this window looks down into the basketball court, which is another thing that I absolutely love about, it's like Minnesota, Wisconsin, they really do it up. Now, I've never been to we've yet to be in Montana or anything like that touring homes. I've driven through Wyoming, but I've never toured homes in Wyoming. So all of those spots, I don't know what all they would have. Anyway, so this is the garage space. Looks like it is heated, which is nice. But other than that, got an electric panel and then whatever they're messing with back there. So from here, we'll go ahead and work our way upstairs. I like this little step up right here, which is pretty neat. It's got it definitely has some old world charm, right? It's kind of like I said, like a castle-y almost feel, little vibe to it. So as we're walking through the home, hopefully you're taking note of the things that you like, or the things you might want to change or rearrange. So this is the top of the stairs. And your view back down. Now we'll start on this side of the home. And we'll start with the master bedroom. So you've got the double doors that open up into it. I love the arch over the top of the little reading space. And again, like I said, the windows, this is the statement right here. You walk in here and that's your view. It's awesome. Of course, this is kind of fun too, this little bulkhead area. It's Got some accent lights up there. Vaulted ceiling. And then into its ensuite. Like, it just keeps, I don't know. I love the arches, you know what I mean? Like, they do it for me. But double vanity, tons of elbow room in between both sinks. You got your soaking tub. Like, almost complete privacy, right? Just kind of get in there and soak. Wash the day away. Forget about all your worries. Nice big shower, double shower head. And then back behind us is the water closet. And then into the master closet. Looks like some attic access space right there as well. All right, here comes my favorite part. I know it's not much, but it's unique and it's different. So through here, this is kind of the top of the turret. Would that be what it's called? Instead, it's not a spire, it's like a turret. But anyway, I love how they just kind of rounded it. Looks neat. Got it set up like an office. This is the office that I want, right? This is what it's all about. Again, more views out into the lake. And then it also has, so it could probably almost be a bedroom as well if you wanted it to be a bedroom. Being so close to the master bedroom, I think it'd be a perfect office though. And it's kind of cut off from the rest of the house. But it does have its own ensuite as well as its own closet. So it does meet all of the requirements to be the coolest bedroom in the whole house. And then I got so excited about that room that I forgot to turn this light on in the laundry room. Walked right past it, didn't even matter. But front load washer and dryer, some folding space, another apron sink, and then back behind us a little bit of extra counter as well as cabinet space as well. And then on this side, you've got this cool built-in little bookshelf. And then 2 bedrooms. I think yes. So they each have their own private en-suites. This one sits up towards the front of the home. And then into its ensuite. And they're just so cool looking. I don't know why. They tickle me for some reason. Right? Just coming into like this archway. It just gives it a different vibe to the whole home. It gives it character. Makes it interesting. Dang, I didn't. So this one's got like a little hallway into it. With its closet. Another nice size room. This one's got the view too. Whoever's in the other room, they got robbed a little bit. It's like the only room in the house without a view. That's where your least favorite kid goes. Or maybe your most favorite, because they get doted on a little bit more, you know what I mean? A little bit more attention is shown to them. So they don't necessarily need the extra perks of a cool view. But this bathroom's nice. Kind of fun looking. All right, do you have a favorite part yet? We still have a whole basement to go check out. Not even really a basement. In a home like this, it's just more like the lower level. To me, it's like a basement is unfinished, mostly concrete, nothing else. You know, your mechanical rooms and stuff like that. The homes we've been touring lately, these are like, they're finished. You know what I mean? They've got all the cool stuff in them. It's definitely just like the lower level of my house. That's what I would call it. Cool little sitting room, more arches everywhere. Fun wine rack. All right, let's do this in a way that I don't get lost and bouncing all over the place. So we'll start here in like the little den area. Another nice fireplace. I like the angle on the sides, how it just kind of tapers up. I think that looks neat. Of course, you've got the built-ins again on either side down here. See, this one's got a little bit bigger insert in it. I wish this insert would have been also in the one upstairs. Then we have our first full bathroom down here. Again, another single vanity. A ginormous storage closet. And then into the first of the bedrooms down here. And then it's got all types of closet doors. I wonder if they're connected. Yes. So it just kind of goes all the way down. There's a light in here. But I did not turn it on. And then on the opposite side of the little living room, it's almost kind of set up in the same style as what we saw upstairs, just a little bit, just in terms of the table and stuff. But I mean, you can honestly put anything down here. Maybe you want a pool table or something down here, you know what I mean? And the only way I know what you want to do with it is if you tell me in the comments. You've got a wet bar. Built-in microwave. Another refrigerator. I do love this stuff. And then this is almost like, there's a dock out back, right? So if you went swimming and stuff and you came back up and you didn't want to go traipsing through the house, you do have like this tile access from outside and the walkout patio into a bathroom, right? So you can hang up your towels and stuff back here and not get the whole house wet or muddy or dirty. Apparently ice fishing is a big thing up here. I've never been. Might want to add that to my bucket list because I heard it sounds really cool when like you're sleeping out on the ice and it's all cracking and stuff. I can just hear it cracking. I don't know. I don't know what that sounds like. I heard it sounds kind of eerie though, a little different. I'd like to try it one day. And then we have the mechanical room. 2 furnaces, 2 water heaters, the electric panel. Just kind of wraps around a little bit. You got some understairs storage over here as well. And your water mains. And then into like your fitness court, if that's what you want to call it. I say that because this is probably where you like, they've got yoga things up and everything, but you know, this is where everybody just kind of hangs out and gathers. You know what I'd really like? And I'd want a racquetball court. That's what I'd want. I mean, a basketball court's cool and all, but I haven't played racquetball in a long time, but I always loved it. It's fun. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Prior Lake, Minnesota, and we're getting ready to check out another beautiful home. This one from Cuddigan Custom Homes. So let me get you outside. I'll tell you all about it. All right, so today we're going to be walking through 7918 207th Street East, and this is a gorgeous looking modern home. I love the outside of it with the nice dark siding. We've got a little stonework and then the stone columns right there on the front porch. I think that looks absolutely awesome. And then a little bit of kind of wood accent on the garage door. Inside, you're going to find 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and all of this sits inside of approximately 5,223 square feet. This home is currently listed for $1,850,000, and if you are interested in a home like this, we can click that link right there at the top of the description, or you can head on over to refealty.com, where you can work with our network of agents and builders across the country and get your dream home underway. With that though, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. Tons to get into on this home. I've only been in the living room and kitchen though, so I haven't ventured too much further. This is your view when you do first walk in. Beautiful coffered ceilings in the living room, and then you've got that nice arch right there that separates the living room from the kitchen. Ooh, love it. Let me go ahead and turn you around real quick though so you can check out the foyer. Kind of blocked off a little bit, which is nice. I love this accent right here going around the doorway. You've got a little spot over here to put a table or some decorations. You've got a great big light fixture hanging down in the middle of the foyer, and then this beautiful looking modern front door. Just off that to the left-hand side, this is kind of unique. I like this a lot. You've got this great big coat closet. With a pocket door, and then just beyond that, you come into the powder room. It's got like a fun textured wallpaper. Nice big vanity. Yeah, this is fun. And then of course you've got the toilet as well. All right, let's get into this stuff. We're gonna start here in the living room. And then as you can see, there are 2 on either side of the fireplace. Are 2 stairwells, one going down to the basement, one going up to the 2nd floor. But you've got this great big fireplace, nice built-in mantle, and then on either side you've got these built-ins with the floating shelves that kind of match the mantle itself. I should have turned it on, but let's see. We'll get in here and check out some of these cabinets. And then of course you've got the great big windows right there looking out into the backyard. views back into the kitchen area. I do love that arch, like kind of a open concept, semi-open maybe, because this arch right here definitely separates the kitchen from the living room, making it feel like it's its own space. And then I love these sconces on either side. You can kind of see just kind of hanging out right there. I think those look awesome. And then into the kitchen. So you've got a great big island. Looks like we've got some storage up here on the front side of the island. Oh yeah, those are nice and deep too. Soft close. Beautiful countertops. Some nice pendant lights hanging down over the top of the island. You've got the apron sink, nice and deep sink. Trash can drawer. Your view back into the living room. And then this looks like, is this like a two-tiered dishwasher situation? I don't know what this is. I've never seen anyone on the bottom. That's cool though. And then you've got some more seating along this side. And then let's see, we've got a lot happening here in the kitchen. Of course, you've got the dining room behind us. We'll get to that in just a minute. Get to this cook surface real quick. Really cool looking tile backsplash. That's definitely fun. And then you've got the range hood kind of matching all the rest of the wood throughout the house, which is nice. Some nice big cabinets. And this is cool. They're all one piece, but up at the top, it's got some like a glass pane, which is pretty different. You got some pot and pan drawers down below the range. And then on the far side, you've got the refrigerator, a nice little buffet. And then it looks like you've got a built-in microwave and oven. And then you've got a little room for decorating up at the top of these cabinets. I think this is the first home that we've toured on this trip that hasn't had, that the cabinets haven't gone all the way up to the ceiling. And then just off of that, a butler's pantry. Ooh, boop. Ooh, this thing is big too. Holy cow, look at all this counter space. Tons of counter space looking out into that front yard. Another trash can drawer, some open shelves down here. And then along the back side, I like the basket idea. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think about that? This would be like something fun to put maybe the onions or something in. You know, that produce that is always hanging out on your counter. I think that would be pretty neat. And just some little drawers. Now there are two openings on either side of the kitchen as well. We're gonna start on this side. This is the mud room where the garage is, which is nice and convenient because you can just come right around the corner and you've got the pantry. But great big built-in right there. Oh, y'all are gonna like this once I turn you back around. But yeah, huge hall tree right here. Tons of room to store stuff, plenty of hooks. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna save it. You got a little drop zone right here. So you can put the bills, the keys, all that fun stuff. And then you come out into the garage. That's cool how it's angled. I didn't really notice that while I was walking around outside. So that's fun, a little different. I don't see, there's a little attic access up there. Other than that, I don't see too much. But what I was saying was you got the butler's pantry over there and then you've got this other little pantry area right off of the mudroom. So that's cool, extra storage space. Definitely get your dry goods and all the cans and stuff in here. Real nice. And then you've got this set of barn doors that opens up into this pocket office. I actually thought that this was going to be a laundry room, but it's a pocket office. Pretty neat. Nice gray cabinets. Floating shelves, love that. Tons of working space in here. I mean, this is nice. Like, you see all these, we see a lot of these like over the top office spaces, but really, I mean, this is nice. I could definitely work in here and I think that would be fun. And then you've got the side door that goes out
onto the patio. I think we can access it on the other side of the kitchen, so we're going to do that. But on the opposite side of the kitchen as well, you also have this dining room, of course, beautiful views right here with these great big windows, plenty of room to put cabinets and all types of different stuff, little buffet tables if you wanted to. Great big light fixture hanging down over the table itself. And then from there, you've got a set of pocket doors. I think it's double pocket doors that open up into this. We're going to call this a hearth room. I don't know what they call it on the floor plan, but I'm going to call it a hearth room. Again, more beautiful windows. This fireplace right here, I love double-sided fireplaces, which is what this is. So you can enjoy it here in the warmth and coziness of this room, or you can step outside onto the screened-in porch and take it all in from there as well. Really nice stacked stone. I'll go ahead and turn you around real quick, give you a nice view of kind of where we are before we kind of head outside a little bit. Yeah, but I love me some two-sided fireplaces. And then you come out here onto the screened-in porch where you have access. There's a lot happening out here. So beautiful ceilings. And I'll kind of turn you around and show you all we'll hop out on some of these places, but this is your view of the fireplace out here. And I like that the stone goes all the way up to the ceiling out here. I think that's pretty neat. And then we're not going to go out onto this one. This is the one that we saw over from the mud room. Just a nice little patio area. You probably put the grill out here. That would be nice. Just to kind of keep it separate from everything else. And that would be like your outdoor kitchen area. And then we will kind of venture out over here. This one's a little bit bigger. Oh, it's a little chilly this morning. I woke up, there's supposed to be like a snowstorm rolling in, and I head down to Indianapolis tonight. So hopefully, I've got 4 homes I got to do today. This is actually the first one. So definitely starting out today with a banger. There's a lot of bangers today though. So I'm excited about that. Swap the camera up a little bit. I know we've been, I think I've done like half the trip with the new camera I've been testing out, which it comes with a wide-angle lens, but it's just very fish-eye. And this one's not so fish-eye, but I'm going to try and work in the 4K on it and see how that goes. So it's all about testing, you know what I mean? That's just how it goes, par for the course. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us as we, you know, we put y'all through the ringer sometimes with these videos, but, you know, it's all in good fun. I'm glad y'all enjoy touring these homes enough to put up with our antics. But anyway, all right, enough of that. We'll go ahead and hop upstairs. And this is all new territory for me as well. Get my steps in. Y'all think, as much as we tour homes and stuff, going up and down stairs, I'd be fit as a fiddle. But I guess old age, I'm letting it get the better of me. But you got a nice little landing up here. All carpet looks like up here. So that's nice. And, you know, I'm sure if you built something similar to this, then obviously you could, if you weren't a fan of the carpet, you could put some hardwood in. But then you also have another sliding barn door that opens up into the laundry room. Plenty of cabinets, washer and dryer, some fun tile on the floor. You got a wash basin over here. And then a nice, well, you got a couple windows actually. This one looks out towards the front of the house. This one kind of pops out towards the side of the house. And then let me get you back over here real quick, because I like this too. You got plenty of folding space and storage space. Really nice laundry room. And then from here we've got this hallway leading down to a bunch of different rooms. I think this is the first room in the house. This one sits towards the back side. Good sized room. And into its closet. And the ensuite. So you got some nice built-ins right here. Just as soon as you walk in, nice little linen cabinets. Toilet. Ooh, this tub is nice. I don't know what we've been seeing, like a lot of these low profile tubs, but this one's nice and deep. And then you've got the nice subway tiles surrounding it going all the way up to the ceiling as well. Well, I like that a lot. And then across the hall, what do we got? Another bedroom. I think this is, minus the closet in terms of where it's placed, pretty much the same size room. Or identical room. Ooh, this one's got a Jack and Jill. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go check out that other bedroom and we'll hit the bathroom up from that side, but they're connected by the bathroom. So another little built-in cabinet right here as you're working your way down the hall. And then to the right and to the left, you've got a room on either side. This is the one that's connected to the other one we just came out of. Well, that's a fun light. Really nice though. I like these crankouts too. I think pretty much every room has had them. And then into the closet. Yeah, this one's definitely, I think this one and the other one we just came out of, they're just like mirror images of each other. But I love this. Look at this bathroom. All the nice built-ins over here to the left. That looks really good. The tub, another nice deep tub, tile surround going all the way up to the ceiling. Look at that, that's real nice. And then you've got the double vanities with the vanity lights, and then the toilet right here. All right, then across the way is the master bedroom. Ooh. So you got this really cool tray ceiling with the accent lights. It actually looks orange in here. On camera it looks yellow. Still pretty cool though. Whatever color it may be. A lot of windows. I want to get into this closet real quick before we check out the ensuite. It's kind of a fun closet. Tons of built-ins, huh? They are all over the place. Got a little attic access in here as well. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys think about this layout. This is kind of a new one for us. I don't think we've seen anything like this layout. Soaking tub. You got some privacy right there. Second floor, beautiful view. Man, that's some relaxation right there. We'll call this relaxation station. But then you've got double vanities. Nice little built-in in between them. Huge shower. Tons of space in here. 2 shower heads, nice. Little bench in the back. And then a great big shower tray. And then all the way at the back of the ensuite. Ooh, that's fun. Just got that little sconce right there, but you've got the toilet back here with a pocket door that separates everything from it. All right, let's go. I was reading kind of the description of the home, so I have an idea as far as what's downstairs. And it's not a basketball court. We've been seeing tons of basketball courts lately. But I'll be interested to see. I know they have stuff. Oh, this is fun. See how it's like 2-story right here as you're coming down the stairs? I'll be interested to see what's down there and kind of how it's laid out. Kind of wraps around. More windows, that's nice. It's not like a dark box. I mean, you come into some of those basements and they're just like boxy and you're like, ooh, I don't want to be here. Oh, cool. This is nice. A wet bar, golf simulator. Oh, a full, like it's got a full refrigerator and everything. Oh my goodness. Got another fireplace down here. It's almost like identical to what we saw upstairs, except they've got the, was there a TV upstairs? I'm not real sure. I don't recall. But pretty much the same thing. Plenty of space down here. Definitely a hangout spot. Movie theater, game room, you know, that type of stuff. That's fun. I didn't even come down here and turn the lights on. I probably should have done that. But you got a little storage right here, just off of the fireplace, kind of wraps around up underneath of the stairs. Got the raised bar back here, that's neat. Ooh, another door. Into the utility room. Got all the things, the water softener, water heater, furnace. Man, oh man. All right, so I've seen a couple things in the comments. I know we've been seeing the basketball courts, we've been seeing the golf simulators. I think Ryan, a longtime viewer, I even saw he mentioned a bowling alley. I love that. I love bowling. But what would you want to see down in your basement in a place like this, knowing that you're going to be probably snowed in for quite some time? But anyway, while you're thinking of that, we're going to continue working our way through the wet bar. Another nice island right here. Love the darker colors. I think that looks good. You've got a lip over here too, and on either side, I think. So while you can fit a couple chairs on the back side, you can also fit a couple on either end of the island. We got the prep sink, another dishwasher, and then some open shelves. And then down the hall, and this could be another bedroom, workout room. Like this is just, we'll call this a flex room, but currently set up like a little gym room. I think we just missed the, did I see, was there a door going out to the patio? I know there were stairs up top. I'll have to look as we walk back by, but this room does have a closet as well. Nice little step in. Another bathroom. Got the single vanity, toilet, the shower, and then a fun little built-in right here as well. All right, there's one more door that we're going to go into, and then I want to go. I completely didn't even look. This is just like a little storage room. No, I didn't even look to see if there was a door out onto the back patio. Oh yeah, that is a door. I was just thinking that that's a window. We're not going to go out there, but you've got the screen right here that just kind of lets you out onto the back patio. All right, you let me know what you are thinking about this home. What are you doing with that basement space down there? You like the idea of a driving range? Do you like the idea of a basketball court? Maybe Ryan had it going on with the bowling alley. You tell me. With that, thank you so much for Cuddigan Homes allowing us to come through and tour this home. Thank you for being here, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to tour amazing homes like this across the country. And I'd have to say, it's the most fun I've ever had in my life. With that, though, I hope you have a fantastic day. My name's Timothy. I look forward to seeing your beautiful face in the next one.